thing, because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
All taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Max going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
The ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
Ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half. Too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipate.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
When we start getting those long yardage situations.
Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snags it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Filing in since early this morning, ready to support their sturdy Golden Bears. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
In the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Jackson gonna throw it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it, they're on the run. The 40, inside the 30, Inside the touchdown, Cal. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out.
Deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
And the extra point is good. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive.
Haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, Knights! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Golden Bears! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Now, set up in that big 4th down with the lead. What do you want to do on 4th and short?
He splits the uprights. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
Because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Comes the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's
Right there.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first. There he goes! And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buffs!
execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, San Jose State. They take the lead with the 6.
Number 14.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal.
Play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown, Colorado! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th.
Knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter. Have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, San Jose State.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a 1-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. Time for their offense. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, home of the Cornhuskers and home to some of the most loyal fans in the sport, where, once again, Memorial Stadium will be sold out. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field.
His way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Miss. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska!
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Chester. Right down the gut of the field. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And that kick was perfectly down the red zone. And still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now the play fake. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Husker! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third. Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They move on top here in the fourth.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
If you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
Your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
To the air, it's Braxton. The quick out. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in Lavelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up.
Now setting up fourth.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth.
Him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. But a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Cougar! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, and just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They were really starting to put a drive together, and after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Welcome to the Queen City of Cincinnati, and one of the most historic venues in all of college football. Nippert Stadium, home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Moving the chains on 3rd down, 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Cincinnati!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 60, very happy with the results of the play. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He slides that just inside the right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem, big leg.
Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to add another to their lead. down the middle. Fourth down, they'll try a field goal. A short kick, but that angle from the right can be a little tricky. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, South Alabama. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the extra point is good. Offense after the play. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Jaguars!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter.
Stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, South Alabama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Trying to ball his way in. Touchdown, Rebels! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. All the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And in the final seconds, guys, they find a way to get it tied.
The pressure doesn't get much bigger than that.
Field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. He's got it, a gutsy kick from downtown, and we will play another overtime. Looking for a touchdown to take the lead in overtime here on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. If he runs this back, this game's over. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick.
You know, I think if I'm the quarterback, I'm probably not throwing at this linebacker anymore. That's now already his 2nd pick in this game. He's been doing an outstanding job in coverage. I think if you're the QB, you got to start avoiding him.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Gets it out fast. A game winner! What a finish in double overtime!
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
This historic stadium, home to the Iron Horse and the Great Dane, to Wilson and Alvarez. Camp Randall Stadium in Madtown, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. They're going to try a field goal. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast.
Same page for this big down. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The give to the tailback. And here's a fumble way by. He's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Army! The defense putting points on the board. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Absolutely perfect. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. The noise backing this defense on third down. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Black Knights! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He makes the catch. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the back, the UMass Minutemen, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive.
Tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Absolutely center cut. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid. Perfect crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They go to the ground. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The give to the back. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo terrific matchup in this one. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal, and it'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with the field goal, we're tied here in the second quarter. And it falls to the ground, incomplete. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Wanted to, the defense put the heat on. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Toledo.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th.
Defense has been flying around.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
These offenses, sometimes when they get pressed and they know they got to go fast and they got to put points on the boards, sometimes they get a little bit reckless, and they do right here. They give up the safety. Now down multiple possessions.
Here, the offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, and Faroe Field, named for the father of the split T, where the Missouri Tiger fans are hoping that they put together a big W. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on a team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Still running at the 35. Gets loose in the middle. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And And they finished that thing off in style with a 49-yard touchdown run.
Speedy wide receiver and see if they can get him on the perimeter, but just too much speed and awareness on the defensive side of the ball. Now sets up 4th down.
Right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
What do you do? You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It's good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. This time he's got his man. Touchdown, Tiger. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th.
Doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Here's the pressure. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown and now get nothing.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, and get out of here with a W.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
Looking for space. It's Hardy. Works his way to the 18-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. They'll be facing 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Welcome to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! They get set for the point after we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Plays have just made you go, what are you doing? 3rd and goal, a chance to set it right. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Utah! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
Touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And it's right down the boulevard.
Football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10.
That makes the score Utah 21.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they take a knee on fourth down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Temple Owls, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
Did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
Trying to slam in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Pulls and fired complete. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Arizona Stadium with this red and blue crowd ready to bear down with their Wildcats. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down. Lofts one deep down the right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Turning it on at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Eagles.
And man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive.
Freezes those linebackers and freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7 at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. Brings it down on the right side. Off and running. Oh, he's getting ahead. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And the extra point is good.
Open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Touchdown, Arizona. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14.
Many plays for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense.
But not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And they add the extra point to finish the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. second down, they'll go to the air. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the catch. It's Hunter. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. And you saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee.
And this has to feel great for this offense. To come out here in front of your home crowd and make as many plays as you made, it's going to build a lot of confidence moving forward.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. After this, it'll be a wrap. Back to throw, it's French. Here's the pressure. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River. Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
And somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Out the field goal unit. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's going to let it go. Holds it in on the left. Touchdown, Tennessee. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. This kicker has already made a couple today. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright.
Defense stuffing him at the line of scrimmage.
This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again.
I really like the decision by this offense.
4-yard, it's 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. Touchdown ball! And the route is on.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Since early this morning. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. First and goal. He'll set up to throw. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rams!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Colorado State!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Scoring position on first and goal. Got his man on the right. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.